What story is hiding in your everyday moments? Art isn't a side dish to life, but the shimmering heart of it, not just in museums or galleries, but in the everyday moments we often overlook. Think about it. Can a single brushstroke echo someone's entire story? Can texture speak louder than words? Today, I want to take you someplace vibrant, where stories don't just get told, they shine under layers of glossy color and glittering soul. I'm an artist who lives for those moments when color and emotion collide. When you add glitter to acrylic, and a simple canvas becomes a kind of mirror. So often, we move through our routines without pausing to notice the emotional signals around us. Art sinks to the background, reserved for special occasions, or designated gallery walls. We're taught to keep everyday life and creative expression in separate lanes. That's the problem, because without the sparkle of reflection, without spaces to process what we feel or who we are, life can feel colorless, disconnected. In a world that's noisy and overwhelming, many of us are hungry for something meaningful, something textured and true. Yet we don't always know how to access that depth or invite it in. Sometimes, starting feels intimidating, like only professionals are allowed to create something worth attention. And as the pace of everything around us speeds up, it becomes harder to hear those quiet inspirations we all carry. But what if we could flip that idea? What if art wasn't something limited to experts or studios, but a living, shimmering reflection of who we are, right now, as we are? I'm here to show how everyday art, especially when we use expressive materials like glitter and bold acrylic, can become a gateway to deeper understanding and shared truth. I'm not talking about perfect technique or classical training. I'm talking about storytelling with texture, layering emotion into brushstrokes, and building connection through the chaotic beauty of mixed media. This video walks you through how I use storytelling as the vivid engine behind my creative process, and how visual storytelling can become a way to process, reflect, and communicate, even if you think you're not an artist. When I finish a piece that began as a question I didn't know how to answer, and a viewer tells me it gave them a place to reflect, that's the transformation. Art doesn't resolve everything neatly, but it makes space to feel, to connect, and most importantly, to co-create meaning in real time. It's in that shared shimmer, where my process and your perspective meet, that we find something both intimate and universal. That's where the real magic lives. If this resonated with you, take a moment and ask yourself, what story is glittering beneath your day? Try capturing one emotion, one memory, or even one myth, in your own way. You don't need fancy tools, just the willingness to listen and layer. And if you've already started your own expressive journey, I'd love to hear what you're discovering. Let's keep the conversation glowing and the creativity expanding. Together, glitter has this uncanny way of catching light and catching our hearts. For me, it began with the memory of sunlit dust motes dancing in a childhood attic, and the way a single sparkle can turn the ordinary into something almost sacred. When I layer glitter into my acrylics, I'm not just adding shine, I'm weaving in that sense of wonder, those hidden moments that glint beneath the surface of our lives. Every fleck becomes a beacon for a memory or emotion, transforming each canvas into a constellation of personal stories waiting to be discovered. If you're ready to keep the sparkle alive, join me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at NFG Art by Nan, where every post peels back another layer of color and story. Then wander over to nfgartbynan.com to explore my full gallery. You can find an exclusive NFG Art by Nan pieces and turn them into your everyday talisman of creative reflection. Let's turn your own moments into mixed media magic together.